it's me Katie, welcome back to Spills Spotlight. Today we are doing a bit of a follow-up slash part 2. We are trying more 2022 fashion trends because Lord knows they are coming through quickly these days, and like last time, it's kind of just an excuse to play dress ups and see, is it actually cute? Or is the internet lying to us? I am in no way here to tell people that these are the trends you need to follow. Literally, I'm sitting here talking to you in a shirt I bought in 2016. So as always, wear whatever the hell you want, but hopefully we can have some fun with dress ups today. I'm gonna start off with one I think has taken over my TikTok the most, and it is stars. Not necessarily star print all over, but definitely just like one star motif. Literally seeing this on everything from accessories like hats and bags to tops, jeans, you name it. As someone who loves to dress for my inner child, I actually think this is really cute. It has this sort of sense of nostalgia to me. Since a star is such an easy graphic to draw rather than a really intricate print, it's the sort of thing you'd expect to see on a cartoon character's t-shirt. I will admit I'm generally quite skeptical of prints or graphics that get super trendy really quickly, because it's almost inevitable these days, especially on TikTok, that it just falls out of fashion just as quickly as it rose. And since these prints and graphics are so instantly recognizable as a trend item, it's a little bit harder to rework into your wardrobe if you do fall out of love with it. But I mean, specifically for this one, it's a star. It's such a standard shape. I don't know if it will actually go out of trend. Maybe it'll just become like heart shapes, and it's kind of always there. So this is the item I have to contribute to the trend. It was dead stock. I got it from Karmeleon vintage, I believe. It's just a simple 90s tank. This trend in general though, very DIY-able. Like I could have done something similar on my Cricut. You could draw it on. You could even do like some textile patchwork situation. But anyway, as far as actually styling it goes today, I want to keep it really casual and kind of leaning into that 90s influence, hence starting out with a fairly simple base. I know it's summer for a lot of you, so I didn't want to go too heavy with the layering. I've opted for this really lightweight, breathable short sleeve shirt and only doing up the top button, so of course we can still see the graphic. And actually a lot of the trends we're seeing this season have to do with hairstyles, one of them being adding cute little ribbons. I just added some red ribbons to the ends of my plaids. I kept the jewelry super minimal still, and then opted for the chunky white sneakers. It's still a little bit plain for my personal taste, but I think that just adding this bag is going to be the extra pizzazz I'm needing. It is just this denim patchwork one, which I think helps bring a new texture to the look, and also the fact that it's like the crossbody satchel style again plays into the 90s. Like I totally feel like I'm straight out of a teen film from 1999 in this. I'm gonna give this one a yes, it is cute, but I will say you totally could still have the cute fit without actually having to incorporate the trend at all. The next thing I want to talk about is seemingly one of the it girl outerwear choices of the moment, and it's these kind of moto inspired jackets. Probably because a lot of the time these sort of pieces people are actually getting secondhand, whether it is thrifting, depop, vintage stores. So you will see a little bit of variation amongst the trend, which is always nice. It really wasn't that long ago that we saw quite a similar trend with the racing jackets. Think like Flames checkerboard era, but the jackets themselves I feel like never really fell off. I still have and wear mine. I don't know if it's just me, but when it comes to outerwear pieces, maybe it's because they're more of an investment a lot of the time, but I don't think it's really like trendy, not trendy. You can wear them whenever, but there will be some times where they're more popular amongst the mainstream than others, I guess. So I was actually very blessed and managed to pick this jacket up at the op shop. Here in Brisbane, we don't have a big vintage shop scene like we do in like Sydney or Melbourne. So my suggestion, if you're looking for a more specific vintage trendy piece, try out the Lifelines that have the vintage revival section. That's where I found this, at the one on Sandgate Road at Virginia. They are a little bit more expensive, like this was 40 bucks, but if I was to buy it from a reseller here, you're looking at like at least $100 to $200. I mean, honestly, I could probably just throw it on with this last outfit and it already has that relaxed, effortless vibe going, but I have other plans. So I've gone with this really pretty white dress. I feel like a big part of my personal style is having a base that is something more traditionally very feminine, and then seeing how I can counter that with different accessories and layers. So I think this is a good match. Of course, whenever I wear one of these dresses, I can't help but break out the cowboy boots. I know this is probably a bit of a tired trend at this point, but I've been wearing them for many years and will continue to do so. I don't know, maybe it's just me because seemingly I'm throwing this hat on with everything recently, but I feel like this is the final look. What do we think? I mean, you could literally throw this jacket on with anything, which is why I feel like I have to vote it as yes, it's cute. I can't actually remember if we spoke about this last time or if we were just specifically talking about kilts, but regardless, these longer length maxi midi skirts are definitely still trending, which is kind of funny because on the other hand, we still have the micro mini as well. It's very much pick your player. Recently, I've definitely been more team midi, but probably biased because we're in the middle of winter here at the moment, so it's just more convenient. If you wanted to look into it a little more closely, I think two specifics we're seeing pop up a lot. Again, still those plaids and kilt inspo, and then also denim. But even within the realm of denim, there's still so many different directions to take it. What are we thinking? I obviously decided to go for the maximalist approach just because the denim skirt is such a blank canvas. I could have gone anywhere, but hey, this is apparently our final destination. I think it's really fun and playful, and I'm proud of myself because we were actually able to ground the look with denim and beige rather than just my comfort zone of black. Probably not for everyone, but that's okay. Okay, I just looked back at that footage and I definitely was doing the most. So I wanted to give another example of how you can tone it down a little bit. This is my version of that, and I also think we could bring in that jacket from earlier as well as an extra layer because let's face it, I would rather die than stop adding layers. But yeah, perhaps this option will be better suited to some of your taste. And the skirt itself, I almost forgot to mention, such a bargain. Picked it up only this past weekend for $2 from the Salvo sale, and it is just perfection. I love the pleating detail. Obsessed. I know this is going to be a wardrobe staple for me. This was actually on my short list of trends for the last video I did, but I'm still seeing them pop up more and more, and that is kind of like a sports zip up track jacket. But for the most part, it's not really styled in an overtly sporty way. This trend I've seen on Bella Hadid, which, let's be real, I feel like this year when it comes to trends, at least 80% of them have been seen on Bella, and a lot of her style recently I feel like is kind of a watered down version of what we would have seen in late 90s, 2000s Fruits magazine looks. And even further back than that, I'm sure they were probably inspired by the black hip hop culture. This is the only zip up jacket option I have. It's an Adidas one I got on Depop many years ago, back when I was doing a Freaks and Geeks lookbook. I still love this baby blue shade, and it actually teams pretty nicely with what we have on. It complements the denim really well. All I'd have to do is throw on some white sneakers and call it a day. But I think I want to blend it with something that's much more within my everyday wheelhouse, which is of course a little plaid skirt moment. Yeah, this is very much a go-to outfit of mine. Like if I have no time to plan something last minute, this is the sort of thing I'm throwing on, which I think is good when you're experimenting with a trend because it makes it still feel like you. It's the sort of trend that I could kind of take or leave. Like if I didn't already have this in my wardrobe, I don't see myself seeking it out necessarily, but it is kind of cool. The next one is that kind of like rockstar. Some people refer to it as rockstar GF, but I've seen a bit of discourse on that as well. It's just like the cool, effortless musician backstage at a rock concert. Okay, this is my interpretation of the trend today. I feel like I've seen this done so many different ways, and perhaps you're thinking the floral print doesn't really hit the brief, but I don't know, it was giving me kind of like a throwback 70s rock star vibe. And I mean, we make up for it anyway with like the leather vest and doing the double belt situation. I do wish we had something else going on with my hair, like really choppy layers I think works more with this sort of style, but hey, we're doing our best. I think this one will be the most polarizing of the video, definitely not going to be everyone's cup of tea, and it's these longer length slouchier shorts. Whether you want to go the jorts route or something a little bit more athletic inspired. I've just never really been a big shorts person. I do wear them occasionally, but most of the time I prefer to opt for a skirt instead. So I just went into Sam's closet and picked one of the many pairs of shorts he has. I landed on these kind of khaki green ones because I'm actually taking inspiration from from this pic of Don. I love this outfit. I don't have anything similar to those pieces, but I really just liked the color combination and layering. He's actually wearing cargo shorts, so I figured this was the best substitute I could come up with. Plus then, if you guys aren't really feeling the shorts vibe, you could totally just switch it out for a pair of cargo pants or a cargo skirt instead. I was thinking I'd just use this beige knit again, but maybe I'll actually wear it properly this time. This is definitely questionable, but I think the cowboy boots. This cool bag I thrifted a while ago. I like the pop of orange in it. Don't hate me, but I actually like it and it is very comfortable. I don't know if I want to wear a hat or just at least have something going on up here. I just added that same beanie from before and I think I'm gonna double up and do the headphones on top of it as well. Like, does that not just complete the whole vibe? Probably one of the aesthetics I'm seeing the most of recently is whimsy goth, which think very like 90s witchy, but make it summer appropriate. If you are a big fan of this sort of style and you missed my recent video with witch and vampire sort of characters from Buffy, The Craft, that sort of thing. But another great style icon for this sort of thing would definitely be Phoebe Buffay. Like I said, you guys have already seen me style this whimsy goth aesthetic, but I guess in a more layered up way. So I am trying to keep it summery for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere. I think this skirt hits the nail on the head and I'm going to switch out for this little corset lingerie moment. I know it can be really hard to find an outerwear piece to add when it's really hot in summer, but this was a lifesaver for me. It's just this like really open crochet. I always associate the 90s witch with velvet, so I'm adding that through my purse so it's not actually going to be adding any heat. And then for shoes we're going lace trim socks and Mary Janes. And the final look, what do we think? I will definitely be filing this one away to bring back out next summer. It'd just be such a cute summer date night option. So those were all the trends I had to talk about today. Let me know what you thought. Were they cute or was the internet indeed lying to me? And I mean, as fun as it is to look at what's new and upcoming, I really want to do another video where I'm looking at how we can restyle these old micro trends that people are saying are dead and still be wearing them today in 2022 in a new, fun, interesting way. So let me know if there are any micro trends that you want some help restyling, and hopefully we can make that happen in a video very, very soon. But thank you for watching today and hopefully I'll see you later. Bye!